sorry, I don't understand. What? I'm not sure I'm following. Miscommunications happen, especially in a foreign language. What are some good English phrases you can use when you don't understand something? Today we're going to go over 25 phenomenally useful English phrases you can use to ask for clarification. Either you didn't understand the words someone said, a listening comprehension issue, or you understood the words but you don't know what they mean. The most basic thing to say is, what? But you can level up the politeness by adding, I'm sorry. So you can say either, I'm sorry, what? Or, what? I'm sorry.
Perhaps Lieutenant Lamar could be of help.
I'm sorry, what?
You know your mother redid the hallway bathroom.
What? I'm sorry, what?
He's scamming you.
I know.
I'm sorry, what?
You remember how gangly he was? I'm sorry, what?
He showed up with flowers and you apologized, so thank you. I'm sorry, what?
Or you can expand this with, what'd you say? You're asking someone to repeat themselves.
My mom's going through menopause too.
What'd you say?
Maybe next time don't overextend yourself. What'd you say?
It's their store now.
What'd you say?
I fix his own drink. I'm a bartender.
What'd you say?
Can we play darts?
What'd you say?
You can also say, what was that? This means you didn't understand all the words that they said. Or, what was that last word? Or, last phrase, last idea? If you're not sure how someone is using a word, you can say, what exactly does mean to you? Or what do you mean by insert the word you're unsure of?
They're gonna have to take their chances.
What does that mean exactly, take the chances?
What does feminism mean to you?
What exactly do you mean by democratizing?
This store has definitely turned my life around.
Yep, I'm off the hook now.
What do you mean by that?
You could say, could you repeat that? Or would you repeat that, please? Or maybe, would you mind repeating that? We used this one when we didn't understand the words they said. Maybe they were speaking too quickly, or they used some vocabulary that you don't know.
A question about NATO. Unfortunately, my Spanish is no longer as good. Can you repeat the question?
He's trying to kill me. Would you repeat that, please?
Orange County Oceanic and Ornithological Organization.
Sounds like you're mumbling. Can you repeat that?
Breaking and entering into school to retrieve some confidential and extremely personal files.
Can you repeat that?
Today we have spaghetti, linguine, fettuccine, ravioli, rigatoni, bucatini, lasagna.
Could you repeat that?
You can ask someone to elaborate. You understood the words they said, but you don't know what they mean. To elaborate means to add more detail. So you could say, can you elaborate? Or, I think I know what you mean, but please elaborate a little. Or, would you mind elaborating on that? Notice we use the preposition on with this verb.
Ramon feels the phone is stupid. Could you elaborate, Ramon?
He might change his mind.
And that is exactly what I don't want.
Elaborate.
It says here you were the CEO of Snaptime Industries. Care to elaborate on that?
It's much more than that. Could you elaborate?
The other end apparently shifts positions periodically.
Elaborate.
Another way to say understand is catch. If you don't know what they said, you can say, I didn't catch that, or sorry, I didn't catch all of that. It's just like saying, could you repeat that, please?
Well, maybe they made pancakes.
I didn't catch that.
Can you tell us his name?
No, I didn't catch it.
And what your goals in your classes.
I didn't catch that.
What changes can we make so that our political system serves us better?
Your first sentence, you said a word that I didn't catch.
Clear or clarity. I feel uncertain about what you said. Please help to make that clear for me. I'm not sure I understand. Please be more specific. Could you clarify a bit?
It's a little bit confusing, so please help me clarify if I mess this up a little bit.
For the record, do you support a duty to intervene or not? Because that wasn't clear to me.
We need to have more clarity on this.
I'm confused about a couple of things, and I just wanted you to clarify. And one is that
maybe someone is simply speaking too fast for you to catch all the words. It's definitely appropriate to ask someone to slow down.
I waited outside the diner for 2 hours for you to pick me up.
Oh, okay, slow down. I don't understand.
Hold on. Slow down.
Called a fusiform gyrus, which is analyzing the white.
What? Slow down. What did you just say?
A lot of people have been sort of saying, wait a minute, slow down. What would be the effect?
You can also use the verb follow. This implies that you understood the words, but you don't understand the meaning. I'm not following, or I'm not sure I'm following you.
Joe reversed into a submission finisher, the coquina clutch.
Okay, I'm not sure I follow.
I've lost my train of thought.
Yeah, I'm not following. Now I'm seeing that same oddball thing in more than one person.
I'm not following.
They're the fabric of the natural world.
I'm still not following.
I think I have to break up with Dr. Ron.
Why?
Apparently he loves me.
I'm sorry, I'm not following.
Come again? This is another phrase that means please repeat yourself. You don't understand the words they said.
Danny's at his wedding. Come again?
Feel as one Mrs. Burbank would feel for another Mrs. Burbank.
Come again?
Two men are coming to kill you. Come again?
I don't think she ever got over those rumors. Come again?
Then we should have killed each other.
Come again?
I don't get it. Use this when you don't understand the meaning of what someone is trying to say or explain. This signals they need to explain more. They're charging a $50 late fee? I don't get it. I thought you paid on time.
You're a nice-looking man and all, but seriously? I don't get it.
You created the supermajority? I don't get it.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Tangent X? Dad!
Someone poisoned Emilio before he got into the trunk.
I don't get it.
Hey, that's it. What? I don't get it. Me neither.
Or you can say, what do you mean? What do you mean you quit your job? I thought you loved working there.
That's actually Josh's record. What do you mean?
The man's a mercenary.
What do you mean?
So when you go back?
Actually, I'm not.
What do you mean?
She thinks we just fell off the turnip truck.
What do you mean?
She doesn't want to see you today.
What do you mean?
Explain. To make plain or clear, to make known in detail. You could say, explain that, or could you please explain a bit more, or could you explain that a different way, or it'd help me if you could explain that, please. Explain the verb and explanation the noun. You could say, explanation please, or I'm gonna need another or more explanation.
The guy without a daddy is the one with daddy issues. Explain that logic.
Positive. I just saw him leave about 5 minutes ago. Explanation, Mr. Paris.
I think it's the same, Mike.
What? Can you explain that to me, please?
I want an explanation, Hogan, and I want it now. Suddenly changed her mind about the whole thing.
No explanation?
Okay, you three. Let's see who testifies. Sir, would you mind explaining that statement, please?
Okay, now someone's told you something and you understood the words, but you don't get what they were thinking or why they said that. You could say, that doesn't make sense to me. For example, I'm dreading this test. That doesn't make sense. You've studied hard and you understand the material. This can then prompt the person to explain more. Yeah, but I have lots of anxiety about tests.
In Sheldon's spot?
That doesn't make sense. Sheldon doesn't have a spot.
Word on the street is someone's selling off a block of his stock.
That doesn't make sense.
You could be after the VP nomination.
That doesn't make sense, though.
And forever am at work here. That doesn't make any sense.
If Barney sets foot on Fred's property, he'll cool him. That doesn't make sense.
This next one you can use if you don't understand, but also if you just forgot. Tell me that again, or tell me one more time, or could you tell me that again a little slower, please?
I'm just asking, Jay. Well, tell me again.
It is not Sharia law.
Yeah. Tell me again, but slower.
In your head, was that an answer to my question?
Tell me the question again.
You didn't understand me the first time?
Just tell me again. Yeah, I got it.
Tell me one more time.
If you don't understand the meaning of what someone's saying, you could ask, another way of saying that would be, or if you didn't catch all the words someone said, you can say that again, please.
And off in the fight against terrorism.
I'm sorry, the masks always make it hard to hear people in the way back. Can you say that one more time?
Lungs, kidneys, and brain stopped working.
Another way of saying that would be, they didn't bring us here to change the past.
Say that again. Is that now coalition policy?
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
When you don't understand someone's meaning, you can say, in other words. You can leave it at that, asking them to explain it in a different way, or you could guess their meaning. In other words, you think this is a bad idea.
So in other words, I'm rolling out this way.
Oui.
Does it get very heated? How does that work?
Taking cases, in other words.
We pay out premiums on these swaps till the mortgages fail. In other words, we lose millions.
Maybe that is what's moving you.
So it's a routine of hope, in other words.
And from there it goes right downhill.
In other words, you're not interested.
You can also say, help me understand blank. Help me understand what you're saying, or help me understand what you mean, or just help me out here.
What you and your brother stole from all four banks. Help me understand that.
I don't understand. Help me understand.
It's going to be really hard to fill her shoes. Yeah, help me out here. Eat, walk.
Help me understand.
It can't be true. Anything to help me understand.
Here. I hear what you're saying. Let me tell you what I think you mean.
Stanley has to go. That's final.
So what I'm hearing you say is,
I need to look like I don't have money.
what I'm hearing you say,
I just don't think I can take another second of you whining.
Let me make sure I'm hearing this right.
I got school. So skip it. How often do you get to spend a day with your grandfather? Wait a minute, did I hear you right? You're telling me to skip school?
You hearing me? Yeah, I'm hearing you.
If you don't follow the meaning, you can ask for an example or another example.
She has abilities. Can you give us an example?
it's very different than back. Different? In what way? Give us an example.
But it's also about synchronicity. Can you give us an example?
Talk things through more.
Give me an example.
You can also ask someone to paraphrase something. This is another way to ask them to use different words for clarity. This is like asking someone to explain something a different way. This is great to use when someone's used vocabulary words that you don't know or don't understand.
Can we read it? No. Can you paraphrase it for us?
The first question has to do with, if I could paraphrase you.
Not about us, but suddenly you're talking about options.
Don't paraphrase what I said.
That's a very, very good question.
Rebecca, paraphrase.
Yes.
Please take her out.
But you threatened to bury me in the woods.
You did what?
He's paraphrasing.
You can ask someone to verify your understanding. You want to confirm that you understood them. Can you verify my understanding here?
Let's just go through this together because there are a couple things I need some verification on.
So they'd really want some verification of the information.
When you just don't understand, you can say, I don't get it, or I'm not getting it. This will prompt them to explain further.
One continuous loop.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
This isn't over.
I don't get it.
That's what she said.
I don't get it.
Give yourself the old low five.
I'm not getting it.
You could also say, could you help me put two and two together? Use this when there is a conclusion you don't understand. You don't understand a situation, how one thing leads to another. These are examples of people talking about putting two and two together, realizing something, understanding it.
He saw that notice and putting two and two together, guessed the truth.
He didn't say that in so many words, but I'm putting two and two together here.
I put two and two together and thought the L stood for Larry.
You put together your 2 and 2 even quicker than I put together my 2 and 2.
The same homicide unit that can't put two and two together and pick up a phone.
Sometimes you may have an idea about what was said, but you need time to contemplate and fully understand its meaning. I need some time to think about that. It'll take a few moments to process this. Synonyms: absorb, digest.
Wow, that was very hard to hear. So many negative words. I just need to process this.
They died being helpful. You look stricken, Deputy Inspector. Are you absorbing my meaning here?
And I'm sorry for the misunderstanding.
Quite all right.
Suppose I'll need some time to think.
It's ours.
I need a minute to process this.
We could maybe even use some of the proceeds to, fund my new record label.
All right, well, let me contemplate.
Bonus. Now here's a phrase you can use if you want to make sure someone understands you. Are you with me?
That's it. That's my eggs done. Are you with me?
I'm trying to read the signs here. Are you with me?
The processes is literally there. Are you with me?
Are you with me still? Let's keep going. The key to healing many diseases. Are you with me this far?
Are you with me? Have you got all that? What a long list of phrases you can use if someone is talking too quickly, using vocabulary you don't know, or explaining something in a way that doesn't make sense to you. Keep your learning going now with this video, and don't forget to subscribe with notifications on. I love being your English teacher. That's it, and thanks so much for using Rachel's English.